Hello card game fans, today we're going to learn how to play 07. It's a really nice card game for the whole family to play. You can just play with just about anybody. You can play with a mate, or if you've got a whole group of people you can also play. It's a really nice game to learn and get stuck in with. So it's a trick-taking game for 2 to 9 players. As I say, 9 players. You could have a whole party of people playing if you wanted to. Or just play with a mate. So you use 1 or 2 decks of 32 cards. Each deck contains the numbers 0 to 7. So you use the queens to represent the 0 and the ace to represent 1. So then you'll keep the 2s, the 3s, 4s, 5, 6 and 7, and you won't use 8, 9, 10, jack and king. So you'll get rid of all those from the deck. If you're playing with 5 or more players, you must use 2 decks. Otherwise, you won't have enough cards to play with. But if you're playing with less than 5 players, it's up to you. You can play with 1 deck, you can play with 2 decks. Completely up to you. Now, what is the game about? Well, the aim of the game is to score the most points. The game lasts for 7 rounds. Each round is 7 tricks. And at the start of each round, each player is dealt 7 cards. So you can see where the game gets its name. 7 rounds, 7 tricks, 7 cards. 07 is the name of the game. So we start by dealing each player 7 cards. And then you go into the bidding round. Each player chooses 1 card from their hand and places it face down. Then all cards are revealed at the same time. So you don't get the advantage of seeing what other players have done. You've got to lock in your bid, and then you have to live with that whether you like the look of it or not after it's revealed. But the number on the card that you play is the number of tricks that you're going for that round. So if you play a 4, you're going for 4 tricks that round. That's just how it works. The top bid suit is the trump suit for the round. So let's say you're playing a 2-player game and somebody plays a 5 and the other person plays a 4. That 5 is higher than the 4. So whatever suit that 5 is, that is the trump suit for the round. If that is a club, then clubs is the trump suit. Now, and whoever played that 5, whoever plays the highest card also gets to lead the first trick. Now, if there is a tie, if the highest bid is a 5 and 2 players played a 5, then you base it based on the suit. Now, there is an order: spades beats hearts, hearts beats diamonds, and diamonds beats clubs. That's just how it works. That's just the game. So a bit sad for clubs being last in the list there, but spades is the top one there. That's just how it works. So once everybody's played their bid and you've figured out what the trump suit is and who's going to be leading the round, then just get a piece of paper, record what everybody's going for that round, and everybody puts the card that they bid with back into their hand. And you can use the kings that you're not using in the deck to show what the trump suit is for the round. A wee bit extra, it doesn't happen very often, but if it does, this is what you do. So if all bids add up to 7, then you must do a rebid. So, 2-player game and 1 player bids a 4, the other one bids a 3, that adds up to 7. So you've got to redo the whole bidding round. Whoever had the highest bid scores 1 point. So you just add that to your total, easy as you like. Each player then picks a new card from their hand. So you can't use the same card that you bid with in a previous bidding round. Then you just sort out the bidding based on that previous slide. Whoever had the highest bid, that is the trump suit, and that is the lead player. But if it adds up to 7 again, then you just do the exact same thing. The highest bid gets 1 point, and you bid again. Just keep doing that until the bids don't add up to 7. And I say that's pretty rare, but if it does happen, that's what you do. If you're playing with 2 decks, then there's going to be 2 of every card. So if 2 players play an identical card, then you must do a rebid. And if the highest bid is an identical card, then you can't separate them. So if that's the case, both of those players get a point, and you do a rebid. If in the very rare event that you go through all 7 cards and all 7 were, added up to 7, then you would just shuffle all the cards and redeal. So once you've done the bidding phase, now we're into play. So the lead player plays any card from their hand, any card that they want to play, and then the other players just play in clockwise order. You must follow the lead player's suit if possible. So if the lead player plays a heart and you have a heart in your hand, you must play a heart. If you don't have the lead player's suit, then you can play any card. Completely up to you. If the lead player plays a heart and you don't have a heart in your hand, you can play any other suit. Now the winner of the trick is whoever played the highest card in the trump suit. If no one has played a card with the trump suit, then whoever played the highest card of the lead suit is the one that wins the trick. So if your trump suit is clubs, whoever played the highest club wins the trick. If the trump suit is clubs and nobody plays a club, then whoever played the highest card of the lead suit wins. Lead suit is hearts, whoever played the highest heart wins. That's just how it works. The player that wins the trick then leads the next trick. So here's a wee example of how it works. We've got a 4-player game between Harry, Sally, Steve, and Jess. Harry bids a 5 of spades. Sally bids the 1 of hearts, and the 1 is the ace, as you remember, and the 0 is the queen. Steve decides to bid the 3 of clubs, and Jess bids the 5 of diamonds. So the highest bid is Harry and Jess. They both bid 5, but the spades beats diamonds. So Harry has won the bid. So what does that mean? It means that the trump suit for this round is spades. So we've got the king there just to show that spades is the suit for this round. Harry is aiming for 5 tricks this round because he bid a 5. It also means that Sally is going for 1, Steve is going for 3, and Jess is going for 5. And because Harry won the bidding, he gets to lead the first trick. So Harry won the bidding, and so he leads out with the 6 of hearts. Now Sally, she has 2 different hearts in her hand. She has got the 7 of hearts and the 3 of hearts. So she must play one of them, because you must follow the lead suit. Now, she has a wee bit of a strategy decision. She could either decide to play the 7 of hearts and has a decent chance of winning the trick, or if she definitely doesn't want to win the trick, she could play the 3 of hearts, and then she has no chance of winning the trick, because Harry, at that point, would have the highest of the lead suit. And so in this example, she's decided that she doesn't want to win the trick, and so she's played the 3 of hearts. But then we go to Steve's turn. He doesn't have any hearts in his hand, so he can play any other suit. He could play spades, clubs, or diamonds. Completely up to him. But he's decided that he wants to win the trick, so he's going to play one of the trump suit, and the trump suit is spades. So he's played the 0 of spades, also known as the queen of spades. And even though it's the lowest card, it's the lowest trump suit, because he's currently the only one that's played the trump suit, he would win the trick if it ended there. But now it's Jess's turn. She also doesn't have any hearts. If she had a heart, she would have to play it, but she doesn't have any hearts, so she can play any other suit. And so she's decided that she wants to win the trick, so she's going to play a trump suit as well. And so she's going to play a slightly higher trump suit than Steve, and Jess will end up winning the trick because she's played the highest trump suit. So now Jess gets to lead the next trick, and you keep doing that until all 7 tricks are completed for the round. And then you go to scoring. So each player that matched their bid exactly gets the number of points equal to their bid plus 2. So for example, if Harry was trying to get 4 tricks and ended the round with 4 tricks, Harry would get the 4 points plus 2 points for getting the target. So Harry would get 6 points for the round. Players that don't get the required number of tricks lose points equal to how many high or low they bid. So for example, if Jess bid for 2, that she was going to get 2 tricks and ended with 5, Jess would get -3 points. And it works the other way as well. If Jess was trying to get 5 tricks and she ended up with 2, she would also get -3 points. So it doesn't matter if you're high or low. It's just how many off your tricks that you are. That's how many negative points you get. So if you just want to play a basic game, if it's your first time, you could probably end there and just go play with the rules that you know. But if you want to play a more advanced variant, you can play the card passing variant, in which in each round you will pass some cards to another player. So in round 1, you don't do any passing. Round 2, you pass 1 card to the player on your left. Round 3, pass 2 cards to the player on your right. Round 4, 3 cards left. Round 5, 2 cards right. 6, 1 card left. And round 7, no passing again. Just adds a wee bit more strategy to the game and maybe balances out some of the luck a wee bit. But if it's your first game, or even if you're an experienced player, you don't have to play with this. But it's just an option for you if you choose to. So a couple of quick strategy tips. If you have lots of cards in one suit, then bid high in that suit so that you can make it the trump. Because if that suit, if you have lots of cards in the one suit and that is the trump suit, then you're very likely to win lots of tricks. So bid high, make it the trump suit, and you'll do very well. Also think about what cards are likely to win you the trick. So if you've got lots of the trump suit, then those cards will possibly or probably win you the trick. A high card in a suit that's not the trump suit is probably not going to win you the trick. Well, it might win you the trick, but a player just needs to play any card of a trump suit to beat you, so it's not a guarantee. So just think about what cards are very likely to win you the trick, which cards are not very likely, and which cards might do when you're choosing how many tricks to go for that round. And also, it's easier to lose a trick than to win a trick. If you have the 7 of a suit that's not the trump, you could win that quite easily if you play it early in the round and you're the lead player. But if you're not the lead player, you can easily just get rid of that card. If somebody leads out a suit that you don't have, so it's easier to get not many tricks than it is to win tricks, especially if you're playing with lots of players. So if it's early on in the game, maybe go for a low number of tricks, because you're much more likely to get what you're aiming for that way. But that's it from me. So head out and play the game. Play with some friends, or you can play on Board Game Arena. Up to you, but it's just a great game, so just get involved. You only need 2 players, so really no excuse not to give it a go. And aim of the day is just to have fun. It's a lot of fun, this card game, so just get out there. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, but just have some fun playing the game. Hope you all enjoyed that. Any questions, let me know in the comments. Like and subscribe, and have a good day.